Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. This is Jennifer. I have a giant surprise finish for you guys this week. I have been trying really hard for the last year or so to kind of get, I don't know, my mojo has been weird. I've really struggled to figure out what I want to do and how I want to do it since I stopped volunteering. And so I just have kind of been all over the place, which you probably have noticed if you've watched my videos. So last week I had some inspiration to finish a quilt for a relative of mine. My aunt sent me a lot of the blocks from this quilt. They were made by her aunt, my great aunt, my grandmother's sister. I actually shared this quilt top with you guys last year. I finished the top in August of 2023 and then pieced it back, put it aside, and then didn't quilt it. At the time, my quilt frame was disassembled and I was putting everything aside for later, and I'm trying to make it later. I'm trying to get back to quilting and finishing some things. This quilt block, this block, this little guy down here, which he's kind of out of frame, but you can see it, at least his top half. And then that heart, and the heart down here, those were all given to me by my aunt. Those were already hand embroidered, hand appliqued, just a mishmash of different fabrics, different styles, designs even, but all in a muslin backing. So I replicated this heart, and you can see those up there. So I have two down here that are original, two up here that I replicated. And then this little kitty cat was a drawing that my eldest child did in maybe third or fourth grade, and I think maybe fourth grade. And so that means that there are blocks that my great aunt made, blocks that I made, and blocks that are from a design from my child. So 3 generations of people worked on this quilt. And it's really 4 if you count the fact that my aunt collected it all and sent it to me. So I really feel like this is a multi-generational project. I've been referring to this quilt to myself and to other people as Heirloom Applique because of the Heirloom Applique blocks for well over a year now. It's been about 2 years since my aunt sent me these blocks, and so that's what I named it. It's Heirloom Applique. My label says made by many hands because it really was. I mean, it's technically only made by 2 hands, but passed through 4 because of the different generations that were involved in the design. So I will be sending this to my aunt who sent me the quilt block. She doesn't know this yet, so I don't think she watches my videos, so it shouldn't be a spoiler. But as soon as I finish recording, I'm going to wash this and pack it up. I always like to wash first to make sure nothing bleeds and nothing comes apart, especially since some of these are hand embroidered applique. I want to make sure that we're all good there. I had to go back and look at what I did last year so that I could remember and tell you guys. I made this in sections, so you can kind of tell there's a left, a right, and a center, and there are just big squares that are offsetting, like big squares of muslin. I used every kind of muslin I had, so it's got like a real patchwork look, which I wanted because some of these blocks were so old. And then I tried to pull it all together with all of our little corner points, and then this fun like a rainbow border. I love it. It is probably about the size you'd put on a twin bed, or really just a nice snuggle quilt. The back is an Aunt Grace that I bought from Thousands of Bolts last year, and it is a 1930s reproduction print, which I thought would go perfect with just the wide variety of stuff that's on the front of this. One of the reasons I put off quilting it was because I wanted to get better at ruler quilting, and I have practiced and I have finished a quilt with ruler quilting, and I am trying to be very realistic with myself about what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy. And I love the effect of ruler quilting, don't like doing it that much. So I might do it on some small things here and there, but what I really love is free motion quilting. I like meanders, and I like swirls, and I like ribbons, and I like just drawing my own thing. So I just scrapped the original idea of quilting it, and this has a meander literally all over. In the end, I decided finished was better than perfect, and I was never going to quilt this the way I had planned to quilt it, because I really, like, deep down when I looked in my heart, I did not want to. So I did a small meander all over. I loved quilting it. I loved revisiting the blocks and looking at the stitching and thinking about how many generations of hands this has passed through. And yeah, so it is done. I am happy. I hope you enjoyed looking at it. I'm going to get this washed up and send it off to my aunt. I've also been continuing my journey of playing with embroidery machine, and I did a couple of things last week. One you may have seen because I posted a short video, was this bell. I almost called it a little bell, but it's not a little bell. It's a pretty big bell. This is another of the OESD freestanding lace patterns that I got last year when they had a sale for $1 for individual designs. And I only got a couple, so I think I might have one more that I haven't made yet. So I love this. It was actually easier to put together than the other one because the bottom is open. And I did add, as you can tell, a jingle bell inside. And I'm also planning, if I can figure out how to put it in the package, I'm also planning to send this to the same aunt I'm sending this to, because she loves pretty ornaments and always comments on my lace. So the other thing I've been doing is I wanted to try something a little different, and I have this design. Let me go look and I'll tell you what brand these are. Okay, so these are from Dakota Collectibles. This was a CD of old designs, and I don't remember if it was given to me, because I did have a friend giving a bunch of embroidery designs, or if I bought it at Austin Creative Reuse, which is something I've also done in the past. Don't remember where it came from, but it has a bunch of applique and freestanding lace combined Christmas ornaments. So I have been making those. So I have a little Christmas tree, and so this part's fabric and the rest is all freestanding lace. So that's the front, and the back is even pretty good, because I'm trying to be really careful about making sure I get the fabric on the back and making sure I use the same thread on the back so that you get, you know, a two-sided effect. This was the first one I made. I wish I had done this in a different thread color, but it still came out really cute, and I think it's fun. You could do a variety of different fabrics to make this a different effect. So as I said, just, you know, I'm just playing, trying to see how these are going to work out. And this one I think is my favorite, which is a little candy cane, and you can really see the lace on this one. And I love that it's just two colors. It's very simple, but it's very effective. And because these are so very flat, I'm thinking if I can get enough of them made, I want to put some of these in some of my Christmas cards this year. I used to send out 6 million Christmas cards. Not literally, but close to 200. And since my kids have grown up and I don't send photos out anymore, what I do now is I return Christmas cards. So if I get a Christmas card, I try to send a really nice one back. The last couple of years, I've handmade all my cards using my Cricut, and I will probably continue to do that, but I'd like to up my game with my really pretty machine embroidered Christmas ornaments. So I think that is about it. I did want to mention that I changed my end screen a little bit, and I would love feedback on that. I am trying to decide if I want to show all of my coffee supporters' names on my videos or not. I'm happy to do that. If that's a thing you guys enjoy seeing, I would love to do that. Otherwise, I just general thank you to all of my coffee supporters. I've had some really amazing people who have supported me all year long, and I've had new people come in and maybe support me once here and there. And all of my coffee, everything from coffee, goes to pay for Fandom and Stitches, So Hooked, and anything I need to do for the Talk to Me Tuesday blog. So it's kind of widespread. It's all for just my online content, you know, whether I'm hosting free patterns or whatever. I try not to have ads on any of my websites, and because I hate ads. And I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing it as a business. The coffee just helps me host all of that content. You guys have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. I hope your Sojo and your craft mojo's doing okay. And I will leave you with some variety of critters at the end here. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye. Tuesday, October, nope.